Uber and Lyft are the two pioneers of the ride-sharing industry, which has prospered across the world in recent years. With the use of mobile apps and online payment, it has created a much more convenient platform for transportation, leaving many wondering how it will affect their major competitor, the taxi industry. The taxi industry, which has been around for over a century, is now threatened by ride-sharing, and many wonder if taxis have a future. We will be looking into the competition between the taxi industry and ride-sharing services. How exactly are the consumers and producers affected? Today, taxis in major cities are regulated with the use of medallions. Medallions essentially limited the supply of taxis that could be operated in the city. The use of medallions allowed taxi drivers to generate enough income as though it was their full-time job. Operating a taxi in many major cities required costs. Many of these included leasing a vehicle, gas prices, and buying a medallion. In recent years, the price of medallions have plummeted along with the demand for taxi services. According to the Washington Post, medallion prices have plummeted to nearly $150,000 when they were valued at upwards of $1 million. This begs the question of what exactly happened to the taxi industry, with many pointing fingers to the ride-sharing services such as Uber and Lyft. Uber is a ride-sharing service company that was founded in 2009, but it hasn't really picked up until around 2014. But we can already see the effects that it's having on the taxi industry. Taxi fare revenue has seen a huge decrease in the last couple years, and it is no coincidence that Uber and Lyft have emerged as major transportation platforms. The technology of Uber and Lyft make transportation much more convenient, but how exactly does Uber and Lyft offer their services at such a low price compared to taxi industries? This all goes back to the rules and regulations required to operate a vehicle for transportation. Since drivers of Uber and Lyft are able to operate their own vehicles and do not require medallions, the cost of entering the market is much lower than for taxi services. The leasing of vehicles and purchasing of medallions essentially acted as a price floor, which increased the cost of entering the market. Uber and Lyft are able to bypass the price floor and offer their services for a much lower price. In this case, consumers benefit from the lower costs, and producers such as drivers and taxi companies lose revenue. In conclusion, taxi drivers suffer losses from the fixed cost that they had to pay in order to enter the market. Although many major cities have plans to help the taxi industry by passing regulations, it is difficult to predict what will happen in the future because ride-sharing services have only emerged in recent years.